Thank you, darling. Vibes in there, you know. Jeez.
Jeez. So there you have it. Non-stop music back-to-back right here on Just Cool Radio. It's Saturday morning, the Universal Show. Blazing. You know how we kick off the show Saturday mornings? Non-stop music back-to-back. No interruptions. I'm telling you what. The studio gets a vibing already. They're vibing.
I'm vibing off your vibes because your vibes are vibes. I'm watching. I'm like, damn. I came in at that. Bit energy. I love it.
Oh man, definitely want to say good morning. And I'll tell you what, for the record, if you're locked on this morning, you've definitely started your Saturday morning the special way. Not just the regular way, the ordinary way, the special way. Right here on the number one morning show, the Universal Show. Special K taking you up until midday. Non-stop music. We're going to get into it very quickly. Come on, guests is in the building and they're on a tight schedule, very tight schedule. I feel like you need to come back and do a radio show.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like she's like, all these songs. I need these songs in my life. I need these songs in my life.
I didn't know this music still exists out here. You know what I mean? It's amazing. No, I do know because obviously stuff. So, but no, it's done.
You know what? I'm going to introduce my first guest this morning. Let me just get some levels on the mic. How's your levels? T?
I'm good. 1 2 1 2.
Ah, the levels are good. Levels are good. I'm feeling that. So listen, do you know what? You are actually my first guest. Can you believe it? Because we've had so many dramas in the first quarter of 2023, but we're back up and running officially.
Really?
We've had to move location and all kind of things, you know what I mean? But we're back up and running. So you are officially the first guest for 2023. Could you make some noise for Terri Walker, please?
Thank you, that's an honour.
Yeah, man. First guest for 2023. I love that. So we've got to come back in style.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Listen, the vibe in here is vibes. I love it.
You like the vibes
this
morning?
Wicked.
You come in. I was like, do you need the Shazam? Or
No, this is pictures. Like, what's this? What's that? No, and then your vibes as well, because you're bringing it whilst you're dancing.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm not a stiff DJ. I like to, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing,
you know them ones.
Yeah.
So Terri, listen.
Yes.
Do you know what? I can't believe I've been doing this show since 2000. And on many occasions, I know we've tried, we have. And I think the last time I tried to get you on was like drawing board days. I'm being real with you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm being real with you.
That's 20 years ago.
There you go.
Wow.
There you
well,
go.
Definitely not my fault.
No. I've seen you, but it just hasn't
but everything happens when it's meant to happen.
And that's what I'm saying. So even now, it's even better now because we've got quite a lot of things to talk about.
Yes, a lot. We've got enough time, but
So welcome to the show. Welcome Saturday morning. You got here all right?
Yes, thank you for having me.
Your belly's full?
Oh, yes. It was my birthday yesterday, so
happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I'm a bit, tender.
You had a late night last night.
Yeah.
A massive shout out to Maurice in the building as well.
Yes, big up Maurice.
The OG himself.
The OG.
Anton Too Bad. I see you, bro.
Anton
Just
Too
Cool
Bad.
Radio family.
I'm loving that tracksuit, my teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Rob you something.
And he's got the trainers. He's got the trainers matching as well. Yeah. It's all coordinated.
I love it.
So listen, we're going to take it back to basics.
Yes.
Because I think we need to do this. You may have spoken about a couple of these things before, but definitely not on my show. This is the first time.
Yeah.
I want to just bring it back. Before we start talking about the new project, where we are today, there's going to be many people logged on this morning, never really heard the little intricate details about Terri. It's always been like very sketchy and patchy over the years.
Yeah.
But I want to get you in close and proper this morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you take me back to a young Terri?
Yeah.
When you first found your interest for music?
Oh man, because I had this conversation the other day actually.
Yeah.
So one of the first records that I ever heard that made me, when I heard it and I thought, oh my God, I knew that I wanted to sing, was by Phyllis Nelson called Move Closer. So when I heard that, and I was like, oh, the way she sang, the way she made me feel. But I remember being 5 years old and she said, was she singing Move Closer, move your body real close until we can make love, whatever. And I'm thinking, I don't know anything about making love, but all I knew is that this record is powerful and it's just speaking to me. And then from that moment on, I just knew that I wanted to sing. And then from there on, I literally hadn't stopped until I literally got there. So now I'm like 44 now. So
wow. So all through your journey, I mean, from, like, was that, did you say 5 years old that was?
Yeah.
Was it 5 years old? So all through your journey coming up, and then you said to yourself, this is the time now where I want to take music seriously. When was that point?
Oh, okay. So, because when I had to do singing lessons and find my voice first, and obviously, and then also I just wanted to sing. I didn't even want to really be I didn't know that I wanted to be a singer-songwriter. I just knew that I wanted to sing.
Right.
So I think I'd say I started being professionally, like, getting paid for it when I was 18. But I think when I really understood myself as a singer-songwriter was after my second album, which is after LOVE, and then this horrendous record called Whoopsie Daisy dropped, and it just ruined my life.
Yeah.
So I started again, and I thought, you know what? I need to be in control of my narrative. I need to write my own stuff. I need to be the one that's in charge of everything. Because when I first got signed, I was in charge of what I wanted to put out, but I wasn't producing it. Do you know what I mean? And I wasn't necessarily writing it all by myself. Whilst this time now, like, and then from like 2005, then I'd say, yeah, from there.
So prior to that, you didn't really have much creative control over what you were doing?
My first album, the song that got me signed, and like, I had a team of people, but I would be the one that would obviously oversee and say yes or no, but I'd have songwriters in, and like, Drawing Board was written for me.
Yeah.
Love For I wrote myself, for instance, for my first album, but I Guess You Didn't Love Me was written for me. So all those songs.
That's a bad tune.
Yeah.
Bad tune.
But these are the ones that put me on the map, and obviously put me in a, you know.
And you signed to
Def Jam. Yeah.
Wow. So how did that feel at the time? I mean, you know, the multi-famous label, you know, Def Jam. How did that feel?
Listen, for me, obviously, that's the reason why I signed to them, because I was gassed, and it's like, oh my God, Def Jam, look at all the people that was on there. But I think being on there myself, I didn't understand what it meant for me. I just thought, like, I'm on Def Jam. But when you understand, when you have that, you've got to really reap the benefits of that, man. You've got to really understand who you're. Because remember, I had Most Def on my record. At the time, I didn't know what that meant. I mean, because I was more of a soul head, do you know what I mean? So. And they got him because of the label why someone like Most Def would be on the record. But I mean, now understanding years after what that meant, I was like, what? You had Most Def on your record? Do you understand what that means? Like,
you just didn't get it at the time.
Because you know when you're younger, as a singer, and then when the labels come in, they kind of guide you and they kind of shape you into the artist that they think that you should be. And when I started, my first album was called Untitled. And the reason I called it Untitled is because I'm telling you, I don't know who I am yet. I'm still figuring. That's why some of the songs are quite poppy. Some of the songs were neo-soul-y.
Interesting.
The whole album, even with this album, it's like I said, it's a 20-year version of myself, but this time I know exactly who I am. Do you know what I mean?
Now that's interesting that you just said that, you know, because it's going to lead on to my next point, following, like, as we gear up towards the new album.
Yeah.
In that, how long are we talking about your music span so far? 20 years?
Yeah.
20 years?
Well, yeah. But, I mean, yes. I mean, doing it professionally for 26 years, but yeah, 20 years, yeah.
Yeah. So OG, legendary status. There's no doubt about that, right? So we've got to salute that. What have you learned about yourself as an artist, Terri?
I've learned about myself that you can't give me too much directions. You've got to let me just find it. You have to literally allow me to be a creative. Like, don't give me restrictions, because I need to. And when I find it, I find it. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I've learned about myself. So when people come like, oh, you should be doing this, or you need to be doing that, or I don't care what you think. If I'm not feeling it, that's not happening. So.
And in between that time, you've been putting out various singles here and there, tracks here. What have you been doing in the last 20 years?
That's the thing. I've never stopped doing music, but because after the second, when I became independent, my thing was I was never trying to overforce my music. So when I put music out, I never tried to sell it to people. I want people to hear it for themselves. Yeah. Because how you've heard me in the first time around, that's how everyone discovered me as well. Yeah. But in the second album, when they tried to sell it, and we need to we need to sell records, we need to do this, we need to be part of this genre. That's when things started to not go right for me, because I'm not that kind of artist. I'm just cool, innit? Like,
you're just cool. I love that. I love that.
I'm easy. Like, I mean, I don't care. I could be in the toilet doing whatever.
Well, the thing is about that.
Taking it too far, sorry.
Well, you said you're writing some lyrics to the toilet.
No, actually, I wrote Love Fall on the toilet, actually. Okay. My first song that got me signed, actually wrote one on the toilet, I did. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's that wherever I'm comfortable, when, you know, everyone's comfortable in the toilet, you know, when you're getting it all out. So too much information in there, sorry, guys. But
that's a lot of information. Do you know what I mean,
You asked me, innit? no, but what it is for me, it's all about, it's everyday life. Because remember, and you have to remember, my music, I want everyday people to hear it. It doesn't matter who you are, because it's about inspiring people. It's about motivating and encouraging people. So that's what I'm about. That's what my music's about. So
before we get to the new project, what would you say is the most difficult track that you've had to like challenge or complete from your previous work? A track that really stands out for you, but it was very challenging doing that track.
It's songs that I didn't write and that I didn't really want to sing, but people told me that I should sing. It's always those kind of songs.
Was it based on your life story, or just that they wrote?
Yeah, they wrote it exactly.
Oh,
so because everything before, people, even if I did write with someone, we would talk about what I want to talk about, and then, but then there was 2 songs on my second album. I said, which literally just up to this day, I have to forgive myself for. It's one song called Whoopsie Daisy and What the Hell. They were both written for me.
You said that was a turning point.
No, it wasn't. No, listen, I said, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm like, forgive me, everybody, that I let you down. I let myself down. And ever since, I've not forgiven myself until, even now, I've forgiven myself sometimes. But then sometimes I'm like, did you really do that? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, it was just so not who I was. And then it makes me realize, like, when I'm doing those kind of songs, I'm trying to emulate something to make sure that that it fits in, and that. So, but I'm like, I don't have to do that. As long as I do me, I'm good. So those are usually the most difficult songs for me to do, because I'm trying to please everyone else instead of me kind of finding my own thing, So.
If you just locked on this morning, we've got the OG, the legend. She's in the building this morning, Terri Walker, right here on the Universal Show.
Not good,
Can you see yourself?
It's not good because I could start doing nonsense.
It's like there's so many screens in here. This studio's like an airplane, right?
I love it.
It's amazing. I love it. I do like it. So forwarding on. Yeah. 2023.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
And and it's a blessing to still be here. Do you know what I mean? Because we've lost some greats.
We have,
Even our mutual friend Ty. I mean, in the last. That's what I'm saying. It's a blessing to be here.
It is a blessing to be here.
Understand?
But I feel like Ty's here.
He is.
He's watching us and he's smiling at how we're all just still doing it and we're just pushing for, you know what I mean?
100%. So we're here in 2023. And you was just talking about, the fact that you're just cool.
Yeah.
You're not into the ism and the schism.
Never.
You just like putting out good music.
Yes.
I think what's kind of helped that, though, is the fact that you came from the era where it wasn't all social media.
There you go.
Was it MySpace?
Yes.
Oh, MySpace.
But that came just about after.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And even that was a thing, because remember, if you have your top 5 friends, and if you didn't have, people get mad if you're not in their friends, and like, it starts from then, all the nonsense, to be fair. Yeah,
100%. So now we see that we're in a time where people, I know it is important as well, but it's all about figures and numbers, isn't it? It seems to be, and seems like, the art form has gone down on the list.
Exactly.
I can see from this project, without even talking about figures and numbers, there's a lot of thought that's got into this.
100%.
No, because I'm going to tell you, when I listened to this, I said, nah. I didn't know I could talk Spanish, but I did. I started talking all kind of different languages. Yeah. I said, like, who upset you? Who troubled you?
No, this is the thing. This is the thing. Like, throughout the journey, when people say to me, you still been making music, I haven't stopped making music. So a lot of people sometimes that I was working with, they didn't understand that. Like, for me, when I give my energy, my time to you, it's because it's a beneficial for both of us. So it's never like you're using me or whatever else. So in Finally Over You, when it was always time for me to do my thing, some of those people that I would help would not be helping me, like, wouldn't kind of, and it's fine because I don't, nothing by force, but it got to the point when you start to kind of feel a bit paranoid and you start to kind of be a bit like, protective, and you start to isolate yourself. And I realised I'm not that person. I like to be out. I like to be when I'm out, I like to be amongst my people. Like, I want to be on the stage. I want you guys to be with me. Do you know what I mean? And so Finally Over You was just, Finally Over You, I'm not the one. It's literally just telling people, I'm not that person. I'm not calculated. I'm not strategic like that. I'm really about us. Loyalty, unity, improving together, and that's what I'm about.
I love that.
So all I'm saying to them is, like, I'm back to myself now. Please, if you try it, I see you. Don't come here. Go away. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's really about.
And how long did it take you to put this project together? Because no, seriously, it's really thought out, this project.
Do you know the thing is? I mean, as I said, I think it's been literally because it's my life, isn't it? So all I've had to do is literally just go by how I feel and and also how I've overcome things, and because I'm consistent with how I feel and how I overcome things. But the thing is to actually make the album, because I made it with Children of Zeus. Tyler produced, big up Tyler Daly and Connie Cohen.
Bad group.
And obviously DRS. But the actual album to make and master and everything else maybe took us about 2 weeks. But over the span of having to go up to Manchester, and because remember we're all musicians, and we've all kind of been in it for long enough for us to know we had so many similar stories. So it was like by the time we wrote, when Tyler gave me the music, and then when it came to write the songs, we were all kind of in. Some songs, it took us a minute to kind of find the subject, but when we did, we were all in sync. So yeah.
You've often spoken in the last 5 minutes about "I'm Not the One." We have to get it on this morning.
Yeah,
we have to. They need to hear it. You need this song in your life. We've got Terri Walker in the building. And can I just clarify something? Yes. EP or LP?
This is more back in the day.
I need to just clarify.
It's an LP.
It's an LP.
Yeah, because
only 6-7 tracks.
7 songs. But think about back in the day when you used to have Vine, when you used to have like Minnie Riperton. There's only be like 7 songs on an album.
No, not true. Point taken.
So, but these days people don't have 20 songs on an album. There's some of them are nonsense. I'm not doing nonsense. Every song is a hitter. Yeah, I don't have time for that. Right. That's why it's an LP, not an EP.
I love that. And it goes back to the old saying, quality over quantity.
You understand?
'Cause why have you got 40 tracks on your
Do you
album?
understand? And half of them,
Why?
and you don't remember any of the songs after anyway. You never play it again. So what's the point?
They're going to remember this, though. Can you introduce it this morning,
Thank you.
please?
Hi, this is Terri Walker. It's my new album, My Love Story, and this one's called I'm Not the One. Jeez, come on!
Why are you fighting me? Your insecurities are just so plain to see. Nothing to do with me. I wish that you would. You must be crazy. I'm not the one. Stop trying to play with me. So much we've never been. Turmoil internally. I'm not your enemy. You're smoking too much. You must be hazy. I'm not the one. Ever in your life, ever think that I could ever live a life. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Ever in your life, ever in your life, ever think that I could ever live a life, I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. You like the memories so easily forget the things you're telling me like they were never there. You're stunting too much. Show me your status. I'm not the one. Boy, I remember when I told you nothing lasts forever. Underneath your stepping never what it seems to something or whatever. Boy, you're playing when it comes to you. You must be crazy. I'm not the one. Never in your life, ever in your life, ever think that I could ever live a life. I'm not the one. No. Ever in your life, ever think that I could ever live a life. I'm not the one. I'm not the
Damn, this is so nice.
You know what? For me, even
I'm not
hearing
the
it
one.
now, hearing it now, even like now it's out, and even after talking about it now, like all the songs just make. So when you say it's so well thought out, it's like as I said, it's literally my life.
I love
It's
it.
my life,
I love it.
literally.
Now, I've got to talk to you about this because it seems to be one of the big topics in the UK at the moment. And obviously, from someone who's got... But there's loads of DJs logged on this morning.
Hey DJs,
I'm going to get through
you
the
better be
names.
playing my music, DJs, if you're listening. Yeah, come
They're
on.
logged on this morning. I've seen the phone constantly popping there. I'm going to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
So I saw an article the other day from Mahalia. Is that how you pronounce her name?
Yeah.
Mahalia.
Mhm.
She was talking about, I don't want to, it's not word for word, but kind of roundabout way about the fact that obviously with the Brit Awards that just happened recently,
Oh, yeah.
now they're bringing in this new category called pop R&B. And in that kind of way, it kind of shifts out
Yeah.
the ones who are actually making that real
Yeah.
hardcore R&B sound, you know, for a more lighter, undiluted sound.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, so it's kind of like two questions in one. I want to get your thoughts on it. Is there still a place in the UK for R&B? Because back in the days, we had the show like Amos.
Yeah.
We had Gabrielle, of course, was doing, you know, the pop stuff and R&B
Yeah.
stuff, Roachford, you name it, the list goes on. Is there still a room? So obviously you got the pop R&B question, and also, is there still a room?
There's
for
always
R&B
going to be room
discussion?
because we set the thing. They come to us first for the reason why they have that category is because they feed from us. So, but the only thing is that we don't have our own platform. That's the problem. Like we do here. Like you have it, I have my platform, but we do. The only thing is that we just when it comes to the masses as well, because remember the masses, they're people that don't come from where we come from. They're hearing it after they're late to the party after time. So for me, there's always going to be room for us as long as we keep making new music and we keep inspiring each other to make new stuff. So when people ask me that question, I'm always like, well, you know, when I started out in music, I found out about, for instance, I'd listen to Brandy and Monica. But when I think about it, a lot of them, they were inspired by people that came before. So and then the older you get, you then discover those people. So you never, it's always like it's a spinning wheel. It never stops. Yeah. But I mean, I do see, I think because remember Mahalia, she's a newcomer, so isn't she? So she's going to be like, oh, R&B. To me, remember I've been doing this for 20 years. I hear this say, this is a story that keeps revolving.
Yeah, because they don't know.
Exactly. So we have the same conversation. And that's why I don't worry about the Brit Awards. I don't worry about them. Them kind of award shows, I find that the fact that you can even like, I don't worry about it because it's not my world. Do you know what I mean? So.
And then with that in mind as well, I mean, what would be your kind of advice to younger artists that feel like they have to, what's the word, fit in, as it were, with the Joneses? Because sometimes, you know, as you said, you've got a couple of tracks in your history, you're thinking, I don't like those tunes. That weren't me.
Exactly. Every time I listen to them in my hump, I'll go, why would you do it? It's like you're kind of like disrespecting yourself every time you do it. So
how important is it to make the music that you really love?
It's vital. It's imperative. It's simple. Because remember, that's the reason. Remember when people usually first are introduced to you, they're introduced to you for what you, and the song that sets you, that, you know, is the song that sets you out there. It's usually the song that, you know, you was about. You know what I mean? So the moment you start veering away, you can grow and evolve, but as long as you don't forget your core. So, you know, you change and evolve and try different things, but never forget where you came from. Never forget that.
100%. And then, of course, as we said again, it's social media time. It's the views. It's you know, the brands buying into the artists, where the artist becomes more important than the music.
I had that conversation the other day. Yes, exactly.
So it's how anyway, you summed it up already.
Yeah, because I mean, the music's more important. The music for me is the superstar. I'm just a vessel. I'm a vessel. The music for me. That's why this record is hitting and touching a lot of people, because it's reminding some people from back in the day of what. But then like, the new kids, because it's got new sounds, it's introducing them to it. It's bridging the gap. How when Lauren came out? Yeah. Only years after I realised that a lot of the stuff she was doing was sampled from Bob Marley. But she added a new school version to it. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Like, just keep refreshing it, but always pay homage to where we come from. And that way we can never die. Well,
you've definitely paid homage to where you come from on the next one.
I did, didn't I?
Because me and Maurice was chatting a few weeks ago. I said, Maurice, and it's not a lie, he's here. I was saying it in front of you.
She said that I'm getting the first dub later.
You're getting the first dub?
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind having the second dub. Do you know what I mean?
He's going to be in charge of it anyway, so he decided.
And I think it's fair that you give the best the first dub.
Yeah.
And you give someone special the second dub.
Yeah.
All right, then now we're talking.
It's out there. It's set in stone.
Now, it's set in stone. Rampage can get the first one. It's cool, right? I'll get the second. So listen to this. This tune here, I remember. Jeez.
Yeah. It's literally what it says on the tin. I remember.
What do you remember?
I remember growing up, man. Like, do you remember when it used to be like 20 of your cousins in one bed sleeping, and you wake up in the morning, you smell the planting in the morning, the cocoa bread, and granny's in the room going, "Come on, kids, the kids want to make up too much noise. Shut up." Do you know what I mean? Like all of that.
So you remember Calagasita?
Oh, I think I might, no. I remember I grew up in Germany for a bit. I grew up in Germany from the age of 4 until I was 18.
No, you missed that bit out.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
No, you is what?
I was born here, but I was to come back to England. What's Calabasas?
It's a Calabas.
Go on, explain it to me, because
it's a heater, right?
Oh, the one with
and it's got the big paraffin bottle.
No, yeah.
You don't remember that?
That's before my time.
So what was you working with? Fan heaters then?
No, do you remember them electric heaters that people used to have in their house, and they used to put their lighter on, and you used to have to.
Yeah.
Do you remember? But then think about it now. You know how dangerous that shit was. Sorry, can I swear? It's too loud. Yeah, you remember how dangerous? Do you remember those heaters when you used to put, and then they used to be out and open, and when you used to have to put the lighter on? I remember those heaters.
That's just slightly after.
Oh, see, you said so. I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is old school.
Before my time, darling.
Before your time. But in time.
Yeah, it's
I remember those days. So
remember those days.
Could you introduce this tune, please? I love this tune.
This one is called I Remember, from my new album, My Love Story.
Dub plate coming soon.
Choo-choo.
we dreamed about back then. The memories don't stop me home, baby, over and over again. I never ever wanna let go of you, baby. I never been one to pretend. The memories don't stop me home, baby, over and over again. I never ever wanna let go of you, baby. You know me miss you halfway.
It's 20 years overdue, man. Come on.
Come on, Anton. Come on.
You literally felt the. Well, doesn't it take you back? You actually feel like you're back in it.
Oh, no, they're not getting that yet. They're not getting that yet. They're not getting
But
that
this, I'm
yet.
saying, this,
No.
is what, this project has literally helped me through. Like, it's helped me through so many things. Listening to it every time, I'm like, you know what? I'm remembering why I do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's what
yeah.
this album's for. It's for everyone, like yourself and everyone, to remind us. Don't forget why we do this. It's all good to chase and think, but when we do this, and then because when we're connecting everyone again, and then everyone comes out, we're just reminding each other why we do what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
that's what it's about, man.
Yeah. So, what would you say, like, one of the main things that's kept you motivated over the years to still be involved with music, be around music, be inspired by music? What keeps you inspired?
The good music, because I mean, the old music, if there wasn't anything new, I would listen to the old thing to keep
So
me
when you
going.
say, oh, we listen
You know,
to
like,
what?
well, God, it'd be like the the Arifas or the or the Anita Bakers and the
Yeah, yeah.
But then like Children's Zeus, for instance, like then they encouraged me and then motivated me to come back and go, you know what, I'm gonna make music again because they were listening to my stuff and told me that they were a fan, and then I was like, wow. So it's like that's what keeps me motivated. It's the recycling of people that understand what it's about. But when it's not, I stay away because I can't. If it's not for me, you won't see me. I mean, I make music behind the scenes, but you won't see me being around because I don't want to have stupid conversations with people. I don't want to have stupid conversations.
Is there any type of genres that you probably wouldn't see yourself fulfilling because you think it might be a kind of like you're cheating, as it were, about your own genre because you love, as you said, you're a proper soul R&B lover. Is there anything that you would jump on, like a house or a dance or a techno track?
What is
that something that you do outside of what you're involved in?
Well, the thing is, because I mean, the first record that the album starts with is kind of like a house run. Because a lot of my records, when I came out the first time around, I didn't realize it was like I had a big like house following because a lot of the remixes that were done for my records. So in a way, I'm kind of in those worlds anyway. But my main core thing is obviously soul and hip hop, kind of, you know what I mean. But no, I haven't got a problem as long as it's still, I'm still true to me, and it doesn't change who I am on the record. As long as we merge it and we kind of collaborate and we try different things, we try different energies all day long. But if it's just me trying to follow what's happening, no, not at all.
So we're gonna have a few listeners logged on this morning. We can't expect everybody to know Terri Walker.
You will though.
They will after this morning. If you was to sell Terri Walker to a brand new listener, how would you sell her? What would you say about her? What's her music about?
Wow. Oh my goodness. This is the thing. I don't know. It's not about selling. It's about just being in it. So I think
I know what I would say if
Yeah.
someone says, "Spesh, what's that Terri Walker about?" I
Yeah.
know what I would say.
So the thing is, for me, I'm like soul food. I'm soul food. That's what it is. I'm soul food because, as I said, what I'm doing is just I'm remembering who I am. So I'm doing that through music. I'm trying to give you. I'm just reminding. I think I'm someone that's going to remind you and encourage you to stay true to yourself. Yeah. So I'm soul food. I'm soul food.
I love that, soul food.
I'm soul food.
Terri
baby.
Walker, soul food. Tell us, for those that don't know, and there's many people that might have forgotten, short memories, whatever. Tell us some of the artists that you've collaborated with over the years.
Well, there's many of them.
Come on, give us a little list.
I mean, with Goldie, I've done Omar. I've worked on stage with like Carlin Anderson,
Carlin
Estelle.
Anderson. Wow.
I've been on the Kelly the Rock. Who else? Obviously Mos Def. Who else? I'm trying to think. I'm producer-wise, like Salam Remy, who's produced Amy Winehouse, Nas, Fugees.
Salam Remy. What was that like?
I speak to, he's my mentor. He's actually putting out the music. He's actually the publisher for this record. So that's like my mentor.
That's mad.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's all of that. All of those things have kind of. I've worked with Lisa Stansfield when I first started out. I never forget that when I first came out.
Lisa Stansfield.
Lisa Stansfield, you
Wow.
know. Like Lisa Stansfield, oh God, there's so many people. And I think off the top of my head, I've worked with a lot of people. Sometimes I even forget that I worked with these people. So
It's funny that you should mention Lisa Stansfield. Yesterday, I was going through some old tunes. Maurice, do you remember the Mark the 45 King remix of Been Around the World? I pulled it out yesterday because I haven't played that in years. Yeah, I just totally forgot about that remix. You know, it's bad. It's
he's
bad.
like an encyclopedia. This one.
Oh no, he knows his music. He knows his music. Yeah, man. He knows his music. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, but listen. So listen, let's go into another track from the album.
From the album, not not the EP. Yeah,
Not
album.
The EP, album. I like that.
I know everyone keeps saying to me, "Why it's not an album? It's only 24 minutes." But you know it's good when it's short because that means you want to play it again.
Yeah, 100%. Right. Fearless.
Yes.
Are you fearless?
Listen, you have to be after everything I've gone through. Just trust me, yes. At this point, yes.
You've had some low points in your life?
Do you know
what's made you feel like I don't want to continue doing music again?
No, never low points. It's more like disappointment and confusion. You know when you're confused, like what the hell? Why did that happen? Because like, but then again, they were all learning curves and lessons I had to learn for me to understand why it's important for me to carry on doing what I'm doing. You know, so you know, because for me, I just feel like I've had such an easy ride. And I feel like I want the next generation to understand, like, it's not gonna happen overnight. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah. And a lot of these artists come, oh, we didn't get that. Oh, we didn't get that play, or that person doesn't like me. There's times when I couldn't get arrested at one point. Yeah. But then eventually, years after, the same people that didn't like that song before, like, oh my God, I've loved your record. I'm like, really? Before you went trying to give you the time of day, but you have to do it for you first, and then after that, everyone will come. And especially the more authentic you are, and the more honest, and the more the more you, as I said, the more you stay true to yourself. Eventually, the consistency, people will start respecting that, and your music will become better, and you start become, you can stand in your own lane.
You know what? That's actually a very good point that you made, because it can be a bit daunting for some artists. Morning, guys. Morning.
Hi.
I didn't want you to think like we was being rude or nothing. But
There's
that's a
like
holy hellos at once.
How are your people?
Hello. You right? You good? Yeah. You good? We'll come to you very shortly. Yeah. Yeah, that can be a bit daunting for some artists, because obviously, yes, you have to believe in yourself.
Yes, 100%.
But then sometimes, I think as well, it's very important to have honest people around you. Very honest people. Because you know what? How do you tell, like, your brethren or your sister, boy, you ain't got it,
You know what?
You ain't got it.
I'm raised by a Jamaican family. My mom's Jamaican. Yeah. My mom used to write rubbish on CDs. Rubbish. She'd be like, shut up your mouth. You make up too much noise and I'll be quiet. Oh, gosh, we can't sing that. But when I went on stage and did my own show and she saw me singing and I was in my eminent, she's literally there crying. Oh, God, my daughter sing. What is that? And I hear the same one as to tell me that I was rubbish. She used to write rubbish. What is this crap? Rubbish. And this is the thing. So when you go that for someone that you know that loves you unconditionally, when you got someone that knows it, but then at the same time wants you to be better. So when I knew that once I impressed my mom, that was it. But then it was about me then understanding myself and then going from there. But yes, listen, when you've got a mom like, especially Jamaican parents, so if I think to be for the black parents,
tell you the truth,
there's no chill.
I love that. Could you introduce Fearless this morning, please?
Yes, so this song's called Fearless, produced by Children of Zeus, and no, actually this was produced by just me and Tyler. So me and Tyler wrote this one together, and for still Children of Zeus.
You know that I don't need nobody to make me feel the way I should. There is no amount of money could make me change my ways. I'm good now. 'Cause now I'm doing me. Now I'm choosing
This is so nice.
seeing me now.
Terri Walker live in the building, right here, Universal Show. We're blazing Saturday morning.
I can hear you feeling.
Yeah, man. This is for your weekend, Sunday vibes.
It's nice.
What a way to end the show. Lovely.
It's nice, isn't it? It's nice. I I could just let the other tracks just run, really.
See, 7 songs. See, and everything you can start again. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're not coming.
Yeah. That sounds a bit dodgy.
That's
Not
it.
like, I mean, not like you're not coming. No, I mean, you're not coming home with me. Oh my
You're not coming home. Look, I forgot the last bit.
Making people sound like I'm, you know what I mean, naughty. even though I'm quite
Crazy.
naughty. But yeah.
Okay. Can we big up the other group that's in the building?
They look so cute.
No Guidnce are in the
No,
building.
God, I can't wait to hear your stuff.
Listen. You can look. They're ready, innit?
No, they do. They
You
look at
can
this
see
one.
it.
This
Yeah,
one. He's sitting already. He's got the R&B. Looks like yeah, man. Well, oh yeah. So you talking to me?
It's
Okay.
that I'll be sure. I'll be sure.
I'll be
Yeah, I'll be
sure.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm embarrassed to now. Good. Get ready. Get prepared for that. Shit.
Get
It's gonna
ready.
happen.
No Guidance in the building. So listen, Terri, you've been an amazing guest this morning.
Thank you.
Any last things you'd like to say before you get out the door? Because I know you've got a whole host of things to do this morning.
Just say, you know what, please go, guys. If you haven't heard it yet, go check it out. It's all over. It's on all social media networks. Follow me on I am Terri Walker on Instagram and then Twitter is The Real Miss Walker. And guys, just enjoy and just keep staying true to yourself. Don't forget, you know, the core. Just remember, keep respecting each other and just loving each other, and we're gonna get through everything. You know.
And is the album out officially now?
Yeah, it's out everywhere. Yeah.
Now,
The
go
whole
and cop
world.
that.
Go
Seriously,
and
cop
stream it. Tell your friend. Tell
You
everybody.
won't be disappointed.
Yes. Thank you for having me.